It's Springfield. There's possible tornado. There's lightning on our brains, and we're hoping that thing stops the band from getting crushed by a tornado.
Oh, everyone's dead. This is it. It's nice knowing you. It's been a great tour. This is it.
Boys, we're in the middle. Wait, it was coming from that way. That's it!
On the whole, the first States tour went way better than we could ever have hoped for.
Obviously pulling minimal crowds and stuff, but they persevered.
It really started our progress in the States.
Fucking draw four out, you cunt! You had to draw four! You could have done it! But you're too stingy! Put your draw four. Look at my cards! There's no draw four! What happened to the draw four? You fucking flat face! What happened to the draw four that I saw?
We were still looking for labels to release our CD, Killing with a Smile, in the States, and no one was really coming to the party again.
Basically, we got the same response from everyone, and that was, we don't want to take a risk on an Australian band.
And then one day Graham emailed us and said, Epitaph interested in putting the CD out, and we were like, holy shit.
They were the first punk label we ever listened to, and all of a sudden, they're taking interest in our band.
You know, there's a lot of bands doing this sound. There's a lot of different genres in hardcore. There's a lot of different genres in metal. The thing about Parkway Drive is they combine everything perfectly. A lot of bands try to do breakdowns, and they're just not half as brutal or half as heavy as Parkway Drive's. At the same time, they seem to have roots in classic California punk rock, which is my original love and the original kind of punk rock I got into.
From then on, they were just all on board, and we just couldn't believe we were signed to Epitaph.
Even though we were so heavy, and they didn't even have any bands like us in the label at the time.
It meant we had a solid label backing us, and it gave us the chance to tour more. So that's what we did. We started touring again.
Sometimes it'll get a bit boring when you're doing the motions of a tour.
I know when my friends send me little messages of the surf pumping back home, it makes me pretty upset, it makes me want to be home.
Living with 6 other dudes sometimes becomes work.
Fuck you. You shot me 2 times for no fucking reason.
Don't hit him.
I'm sorry, Shane, but that was fucking not right.
There's times when the last face you want to see when you wake up are the people in your band.
All day
play every day for 3 months to 6 months straight.
But we're all still the best friends, and it's been 6 years.
Dude, I've got you coming, brother. Oh, the boys kicking holes in the room. Oh, who's on top now? Back top.
It was time to start focusing on writing the new record, as we'd pretty much gone through the cycle of Killing with a Smile.
We found the idea of writing a second album just as hard as writing the first one.
We were considering other options for recording because we really wanted to step up the next release.
They actually decided it was a good idea to call me back to record a second record for them. Idiots. What the hell are you thinking?
In the end, we just thought, he's done such a good job on the last CD.
He's so easy to work with. He's got such good ideas.
I blew it the first time. I'll blow it again. Fools.
With Horizons, we just wanted to make sure everything was spot on.
So we concentrated on having big sing-alongs, massive breakdowns.
I wanted it to be a little more technical. I wanted to challenge myself a little more.
We put a lot more conscious effort into the way songs were structured.
Just trucked through, had more time. We got to cover a lot more things, make sure things got a little tighter.
When Horizons dropped, it blew away any expectations I could have had.
Killing with a Smile kind of laid the foundation, and then they came in with Horizons, and it just blew things completely over the top.
They're in a position where they could have easily slowed things down or popped things up, but you know, it's a heavier release.
To me, Horizons is a step up. All their stuff is great, but I think on Horizons, they're taking their craft and they're honing it and they're bringing it even more.
Horizons became one of the biggest CDs as far as heavy music goes ever in Australia.
To kind of burst into the mainstream chart, it came in at #6, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's up there with, you know, like your Britney Spears and shit like this. It's all of a sudden, you know, The Age and the Herald Sun and mainstream newspapers are like, who the fuck is Parkway Drive? Where did that come from?
They're totally extreme and confronting, and yet wildly popular.
The response to Horizons far exceeded any expectations any of us had.
The difference in the amount of kids turning out to shows when Horizons came out was staggering.
Parkway Drive is the only band that I know of that put up a career in Europe within 2 years, where they jumped from 150 average to over 1,000. Pretty impressive. I don't know any other bands who can pull that off.
I just want to say something before we get going. We actually played in this venue about 2 years ago, and I think there was about maybe 15 people watching us.